Okay, Future Danny here. What you're about to see is this kind of... I don't even know how to explain it. Basically, as I said, I don't really like doing studies of me, but during late April, May, I filmed just a few bits and bobs of me revising, like not every time, otherwise it'd be like 300 hours, or something, but like I just filmed a few bits and bobs, over 3 videos, long ones, because I know some YouTubers have done this, like Eve Bennett, she did 2 long videos of vlogging her exam time of her exam season, so this is kind of it, so enjoy. This is part 1, so this is like April, May time. This is mostly Spanish, I've realized, because I was watching it back and I was editing it, I realized it was mostly for my Spanish speaking exam, but yeah, so if you're doing AQA, if you want to know how, that was the oven, sorry. If you want to know how, AQA languages are, or at A-level, or how to revise for them, this might be helpful, so enjoy? I'm not sure. Okay, Future Danny here. What you're about to see is this kind of... I don't even know how to explain it. Basically, as I said, I don't really like doing studies of me, but during late April, May, I filmed just a few bits and bobs of me revising, like not every time, otherwise it'd be like 300 hours, or something, but like I just filmed a few bits and bobs, over 3 videos, long ones, because I know some YouTubers have done this, like Eve Bennett, she did 2 long videos of vlogging her exam time of her exam season, so this is kind of it, so enjoy. This is part 1, so this is like April, May time. This is mostly Spanish, I've realized, because I was watching it back and I was editing it, I realized it was mostly for my Spanish speaking exam, but yeah, so if you're doing AQA, if you want to know how, that was the oven, sorry. If you want to know how, AQA languages are, or at A-level, or how to revise for them, this might be helpful, so enjoy? I'm not sure. So, I just did some more research on my Spanish independent research project for AQA A-level languages. Basically, as part of the speaking exam, as well as a general conversation, you have to prepare an independent research project where you prepare it and you'll research it, and then you'll give the examiner 3 points. So mine is gay and lesbian rights in Spain. So my 3 points are gay and lesbian rights in Spain nowadays, gay and lesbian treatment during the Franco period of Spain, and difficulties that gay and lesbian people face in Spain nowadays. Because it had to be one of the topics that we studied this year, because for now it's just practice, but next year we can choose whatever we want. So I did some research today, and yesterday as well. The quality of Spanish is not that good because it was rushed, but I'm going to look over it, and then I'm also going to get a few people to just check it to make sure that's all okay, and then I'm going to write it into these flashcards. As you can see, I've done a lot of research. Like, there's not that much actually on my laptop now, but yesterday there was like pages and pages open, but like it shouldn't take too long because the discussion is worth more marks, not just the research, if you get me. So yeah. Okay, so I just finished doing some Spanish speaking flashcards. So basically, for Spanish speaking, as well as the independent project, there's also general conversation where on one of the 12 topics that we've done, this year we've done 6, next year we'll do the other 6, and basically, so what I've been doing, I've been going through the textbook and making flashcards of like each topic, and just so, because you don't need to know lots and lots, but like it's good to just know a few facts, so then you can talk about them in the speaking exam. I've done a checklist to kind of sort myself out. So I'm mostly done. I just need to do topic 6.1, 6.2, and 6.3, and topic 4.3, and there's also topic 3.3, but basically that's on LGBT rights in Spain, and since my project is on LGBT rights, well, my mock project is on LGBT rights. They've said that it's not going to be it's not gonna they're not gonna have a question on LGBT rights. So I won't do it this year because I don't have. So I won't do flashcards on it this year, but because I don't have time. But I'll do flashcards on it in the summer. And then I also just have a few more. Like I do these flashcards in Spanish, but which is makes it hard to memorize, but then in the exam it makes it easier because I don't have to like translate it all. But I get my teacher to check them first to make sure that the grammar is okay. Like here are some more of them, but not all of them. These are also Spanish grammar and Spanish. A few Spanish like speaking tips. So I need to separate them, but yeah, I should have a lot, like, it should be, like, this thick or something, but, yeah, soon I'll be finished. I should be finished, hopefully, in a few days, because my exam is on the 21st? Yeah, I think so. It's on the Tuesday, and, yeah, so then I should be finished, and then I can start learning them. So yeah. Also, can I just say, like, not rearranged, but like I ordered a bit my desk, and like I organized all my A-level flashcards. I just separated them into piles instead of having them all the different like sets to go around my desk, and I instantly feel much better. Like it just feels so much nicer because then, well, I look at this and I think I have made progress because I had this amount like this time last year when I was doing my GCSEs, and now I've only been doing A levels for like half a year, so I feel much better. And also because like it just feels neat and my desk feels better. So just yeah, like that's why I suggest doing. If you're like stressed out, maybe like take a break, relax, and maybe like try organizing a few things. It just always makes you feel better. If anyone else gets that, maybe. Hey guys, so it's okay then. So, okay, never mind. I'm gonna put that in the bloopers because not that there are any bloopers, but enjoy. Okay, I'm getting this early, so I only have I only have 3 more topics to do, and then I just have to research this painting and research another celebrity, and then I'm done. And then I can start learning them. Today I actually did not do that much, but what's it called? But I've just been really tired recently, and I think it's good to have a break, because I just been really hating it because like every day I have to go home and. Well, I don't have to, but like every day I've been coming home and studying, and it's just I don't know. I guess just like tiresome at times, if you get me. So I think it's good to have like a few like break days. Like today I went to Nando's with my friend, and it was just nice having a bit of a break. So yeah. So I was so yeah so I was feeling like kind of optimistic recently. Like not really optimistic, but like a bit less stressed than I had been feeling in recent weeks. But now like it's completely like reversed. Like I just found out that basically for English literature we're gonna have an extra question that they told us that we wouldn't have, which is not really a problem, but like we haven't practiced that much, which is just a bit stressful because we haven't practiced it that much, and also because I found out that it's really hard to be predicted an A if you haven't been getting A's throughout the year. So like now I'm really like stressed, and I also I did my Spanish speaking and it didn't go too well. No, like not my exam, just like as practice, and I realized that I thought I knew a lot, but then it turns out I didn't. Like by the way, I'm not like blaming anyone. Like no one's anything annoying or bad. It's me that I was a bit too optimistic. But like I'm gonna try to remain positive, but it's really hard. But I'm trying not let it get me down. Like yesterday, I I realized I didn't have enough critics quotes for The Tempest, so I just looked a lot of them up, and I have some. Like I'll probably do some more, but these are just basic. So worst case scenario, I don't get to do any more, and I just have these ones. So yeah. On the bright side though, I finally finished the textbook. So, I made a checklist, but so not everything is ticked. Like, there's a few things, more things that I'm gonna do during the summer, but I really need to start learning them for so that because my exam is in a week, and I pretty much have everything. Like, there's just a few more things I might do just so I can get the top grades or get even better grades next year. But for now, everything's done. So now I just need to start learning them, and I just separated my. So these are for the speaking, like the topics, and then I also separated my. Well, obviously, here's my vocab, but then there's also these which are like. There's a lot of things like there's grammar, there's vocab, a lot of it's from GCSE, so I need to separate that. But so yeah, gosh. Also, oh wait, never mind. So it's Sunday, and my Spanish speaking exam is on Tuesday. So I spent pretty much all weekend and pretty much most of like the week revising it. So I finished the textbook, and this was my to-do list yesterday, and this is my to-do list today. I still have a lot to do. And so what I've been doing is, so these are all my flashcards for facts on the general topic, and they're in Spanish, and I'm trying to learn them all. So I've learned all of these, and I just have to learn all of these. There's a few that I made, but then I found out that they're not really relevant. Like, I made them at the beginning of the year, and then I realized they weren't relevant, so probably won't learn that because I won't have time. Then I also need to learn my RRP, my independent research project, and I also need to add a bit to it. And oh gosh, I found this so hard. Like, I usually do it in half an hour chunks, but I've been doing it in 20-minute chunks because my concentration like goes so quickly, and I've just been so tired, and I feel a bit ill right now. I did like over 3 hours yesterday, and today I'm hoping to do like 3.5, 4 hours. Hopefully, if hopefully I should be able to learn the majority of these. I've also been doing some vocab. I was gonna go through it all, but I don't have time. I was also gonna go through grammar, but I don't have time. I should have planned this better, but oh well. And I also have I've also been using Duolingo a lot to practice. Like, whereas Duolingo is actually really good for Like, I know it seems like it's quite good for basic stuff, but it's also good for like just practicing, like practicing your vocab, practicing your grammar. So I've just been using that for grammar, so then I can get like some complex structure marks into my speaking. So hopefully it'll be okay. Hopefully I'll be able to get a lot done, but my concentration is just so bad. Well, this weekend has been really intense. So, these are all the cards, flashcards, like, that I've learned, or, well, I know the basics of, so I need to go over them again, but, like, yeah, I've pretty much learned all these, not 100%, like, I tried to learn, like, 2 or 3 or 4 facts per flashcards because I couldn't learn them all, but I should have a basic of each topics, and I just have to learn these left. But as I said, they're not all relevant, so I just have. Hopefully, I'll be able to get them done in time. And for my independent projects, I've learned I've learned 2/5 of it. So tomorrow and Tuesday morning, if I can learn the other 3/5, that should be good. I've also, basically what I really struggle with is numbers, like in Spanish, like big numbers, like 1973, 1999, 2005, 208, etc. I don't know why, I've just never really learned it properly. So I made like these mini flashcards of it, just so then I can kind of get the gist of it. And I also got some, what's it called? Idioms to use, so then hopefully that could, because if you use idioms, you can get more marks potentially. So hopefully, if I include a couple of these correctly, that will be good. And yeah, my exams in 2 days. I'm quite stressed about it, but I don't know. Hopefully, it should be okay. I should have done more practice and more grammar, but it's okay. I didn't have time to go through my vocabulary, all of it, but I should have the basics. I have the basic facts, and hopefully I'll have the rest land. I've also been using Duolingo, as I've said. I've been using it to practice grammar. So yeah, hopefully that should be good. Okay, I'm going to attempt this classics 30 marker, which I've been trying to do for the past like 4 weeks. It's on humor. Hopefully it'll be okay. Hey guys, so I realized I never actually said how the Spanish speaking exam went, and it's like 6 days afterwards now. Oops. So, as I may have said this already, but in the exam for A-level, AQA, there's two parts in the speaking exam. There's the general conversation, which is where they give you two cards, and they'll have facts and questions about one of the 24 topics, no, not 24, one of the 12 topics that you've studied throughout the 2 years. So, and then you'll have a conversation about it, basically, where you and the examiner ask each other questions, etc. And it's illustrates your speaking skills, your language skills, and also your knowledge. And those were all the flashcards that I was making from the textbook. And then there's the second part, which is the independent research project, where you research an aspect of society or something to do with the language or the world of the language. So in this case, the Hispanic world. And I did mine on LGBT rights. So this year, and then next year I will do it on, I don't know, but I'm not allowed to keep the same project. But anyway, so the general conversation, when I got in there, so when they gave me those two cards, I was really nervous. This happens all the time in exams. It's so bad. I just didn't know which one to pick, and you have 6 minutes to actually, in my case, I have 7 minutes to prepare the card because I have extra time. But I didn't know which one to pick, and they were both like I didn't 100% understand the wording, and I was just really unsure of what to pick. Then I picked one, and I really didn't know what to write, and then I didn't have enough time to write my answers out properly. Then I realized I'd forgotten to include some of the information on the card, and I'd forgotten to plan 2 questions, so I had to, a lot of the things that I said was, it was made up on the spot, which is, quite normal, but, in the ones that you're meant to write yourself, it just didn't sound good at all, and I was just, kind of freaking out. Well, not I don't think visibly, but I was I got so stressed, and so I thought it went really badly, but then with the independent research project, I actually thought it went quite well, because I actually got to illustrate a lot of knowledge and from my research, and back it up with opinions, or kind of the other way around. Opinions backed up with knowledge. But anyway, and I thought that went well, but I was quite upset about my speaking. I know it's only practice, but I still want to get an B or a high B or B, so then I can be predicted an A or B for university. But then apparently the examiner told me that well, she didn't tell me, but apparently my Spanish teacher said that it actually went well. I was like, oh, the general conversation went so bad, and she was like, no, it went well, and I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, you showed knowledge and you showed opinions, so I guess maybe it didn't go as badly. So yeah, now that also on that day after the exam, I had my Spanish lesson, but they were like, oh, if you don't. They're like, oh, you can just go home. So, I actually didn't go home. I was waiting for a friend, and then we went to see Waitress, the musical. It was very good, because everyone in musical theatre went to watch it. Very fun day out, or evening out. And then the day afterwards, I think I did no work, and then the day afterwards, I did work, but not enough, and then the day afterwards, I did some work, and then it was the weekend, and now. So, on that note, I am going to end this vlog there, and well, vlog, but like this compilation of revision stuff. Then I'm gonna make like a part 2 and maybe even a part 3. So yeah, bye guys.